So I forgot to mention that there's also legal protection for single parents, and this is usually about on topics such as anti-discrimination at work places, and also fair child custody in case of separation and divorce. Hello beautiful people, welcome to another vlog of Miss Adino. If you're new here, please go like, comment, share, and don't forget to click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. This is a continuation of the previous video that I did about single parenthood, and we all know that in everything there's always an advantage and a disadvantage. So if you haven't watched the video, please go back and watch a video whereby I wrote about my story of being a single parent in Europe, whereby I was talking about my experience being a single mother in Germany. So today I'm going to be talking about the advantages, and with that being said, we all know that single motherhood comes with several advantages thanks to the socio-economic support that we get from the European countries, but this varies from country to country. It's never always the same. Like what is going on with the socio-economic system in Germany is not the same as the one in Italy, as the one in Spain, in Greece, and whatsoever. But they do also have a lot of similarities because it's all European Union countries. So point number one is the inclusiveness in the social attitudes. Germany has been so tolerating to the single parenthood, and therefore it has reduced the stigma, making children and parents of this the single parents to this parent be treated as equal as every other person. And then there's also gender inequality, and this means that they provide general opportunities when it comes to jobs, which is employment, when it comes to education, when it comes to social services. They treat you all the same because they have been so welcoming to this. And we don't like being single parents, but certain circumstances happen and therefore you end up being a single parent. And so let's not get into that because that's a deeper topic on its own. But yeah, the single parents are not by any way left out. And then there's financial support. And when you become a single parent, you get child support. And this child support usually, actually even some of the people living together, they're living together but their income is not enough. They also still get support from the government. And so every child is entitled to Kindergeld, and Kindergeld means like it's the child's money, whereby every child is entitled to it every month. And then they have the Unterhalt Vorschuss, the Unterhalt, and that means that if two parents are not living together and because of the divorce or separation, then the father of the child has to pay for the child upkeep. This is like upkeep money for the child. And if the two parents are living together, then the father doesn't pay this money. And then also there's family allowance to the woman or the man that is staying with the child. And this could be from your workplace. Maybe you are working and then you got pregnant and then you had a child, and so you cannot go back to work. Your company usually continues to pay your salary, but there's rules and regulations as per what payment you're supposed to get. I don't know about that, but maybe when I find somebody who knows so much about this, then I might bring them up in the video, maybe sometime later. But yes, you do get money from your salary. You continue getting your salary until to a certain point whereby now you start getting half and all that. And then if the father of the child is having the child, also he's entitled to the same. And then, or if you never worked before, then you get Elterngeld, something like that. Or you get money from, there's money that you get monthly, every month, sorry. So yeah, for your own basic requirements or other things that you need for yourself, like food, clothing, and all that. And then also you get tax credits. Once you start having kids, you get tax credits, and the tax depends with how many children that you have. So if you have one child, you're probably Shtoya 1, and then if you have 2, and the more number you increase, the more tax credit you get. If you have children that are up to 5 or more, then you are exempted to pay the tax. Also, there is generous parental leave. I've mentioned this in the previous video. If you have a child, the Germans, they believe in the work-life balance. So usually, if you've never worked, then of course you can get up to 3 years maternity leave until your kid starts school, and then you can decide on what you want to do, if you want to look for work or you go back to school and study. And usually if you are working, I think the leave is 1 year leave, so that this enables you and the child to have a strong parent-child relationship, of which I think it's really, really good. And then there's access to the education and health system. If you are a single parent, then we have private schools, but we have the government ones. And thanks to the government, because these public schools helps a lot for those parents who cannot pay for private schools. And so your children will go to a public school and get good education on a very cheaper cost compared to the private schools. And on these public schools, if your child has anything that they need to get for school, and that is really, really important, the school trips, the books, all this stuff, then the government definitely pays for all that. You just have to get a letter from the school and present it to the specific office that deals with that, whether you are in social or whether you are you're already in the system and you're in the job center. Then you have to take it to the job center for them to approve it and then give you what is required. And then you also have the house support. When I talk about the house support, is like the German government has a system of whereby if you're a single parent or you don't have enough money to rent a beautiful looking apartment, or maybe not even beautiful looking apartment, they have a system whereby there is social houses, whereby if you're earning less and you're a single parent or a family, then you can find these houses at a very cheaper price compared to the normal market of the other houses. And usually also before you have to get a letter, how do they call it, the WBS, Wohnberechtigungsschein. So you get this from the Rathaus, and then once you have this, you can always look for a house that is cheaper and that ranges within the government requirements. And so it's definitely you will find a house, but I'm not saying that everybody in the social system, they live in social houses. Sometimes you live in normal apartments, but which are kind of a little bit cheap and meet the requirements that are required of you by the government. And then there is childcare services, and these childcare services have been really made affordable to help parents take their children. It can be Baby Krippe or Tagesmutter, whereby you take your children so that you can balance your work and life. So if you're a single parent who is looking forward to working, then you drop your child at the Kita. You drop your child at the Krabbelgruppe or Kita, Tagesmutter or the Kita, which is like kindergarten. You drop them there in the morning and then you go to work and then come back. And then also there is flexible work arrangement. And this usually means that if you're having a child and you're taking them to the daycare and going to work, then you're only allowed to work part-time. This makes it easy to support you when it comes to work and life balance, of which I think it's a really, really good idea. And definitely these are the reasons as to why I chose to remain and stay in Germany, because it's really, really favorable for family. You understand? If you're having a family, it's really, really a good country to be in. And so yeah, we also have social networks, and you remember I mentioned this in the previous video. I did mention also about the social support services. If you're a single parent and struggling, do not sit back, relax, and wait. We have a lot of social groups in Germany, like the Frauentreff, Frauenberatung, Diakonie, that help single parents and single parents when it comes to immigration, relationship, normal life. You go to them and they definitely help you and sort you out with whatever need that you need them for. And so guys, we've come to the end of the video. If you're a long-term subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys have been showing some love and in watching the videos, and I hope that we do continue to share so that it reaches a wider number. My goal is definitely to educate you a lot more on what's going on in Germany, and I'm hoping that you people like the video or the content that I do give. If not, please feel free to comment and let me know what kind of videos you'd like me to do.